So the soup is off. The French onion soup has onions and beef, a little bit of deglazed port, and some vegetable stock. So the soup is now done. It's just sitting there waiting for the salamander to warm up so that we can put the French onion cheese on top of the serving dish. I'm working on doing some toast because who doesn't like some bread with their soup? And we're also got the tea kettle on. We're boiling some water so that when lunch is done I can go right into doing dishes. Historically, you didn't have a dishwasher, so you have to plan ahead. You can't just say, okay, lunch is done, so now I'm going to go and clean the dishes. You actually have to think ahead about doing that stuff beforehand. So I'm working on watching my toast. As you can see, it's got a nice golden color. I know with this particular toaster, when the bread starts to bow or curve, that it's time to be flipped. And this is a swivel toaster, so you can see I can swivel it back and forth. Sometimes they're referred to as kick toasters. I've seen some historic sites where ladies will actually use the toe of their shoe and kick it to swivel it. But being that I'm a little overprotective of my leather goods, I don't like to do that. So I pull it out of the fire, flip it myself. But the one thing I really wanted to talk about was actually the salamander, which I have warming up here in the ashes. So this here is my salamander. It's not an actual lizard. It is actually forged by a blacksmith. This one was made by Ty Zimmerman. He did some really wonderful work for me, found an original and reproduced it for me. So I have a nice long handle that keeps me from being in the fire. This round portion here is the important piece. That's the working part. So that's what we want to actually get heated up. And then when that's all heated up to the right temperature, I can serve the soup into a nice dish, and I can put a piece of nice cheese over top, or today we're using provolone. And when that is done, I'll put the salamander over top the cheese, and it acts like a broiler. It will melt the cheese without damaging the dish that it belongs to. Not quite done yet, as you can see. Almost there. I don't know about you, but I don't like burnt toast, and I've burnt a fair share today. So the salamander's going to warm up, and as soon as the archery program is done today, which just started, Matt's going to come down and we're going to use the salamander to melt the cheese on top of our lunches. So we hope to see you then.